When the Genesis engine roared to life, humanity held its breath. A dome of glass and steel stood in the heart of Geneva, humming with energy pulled from the void. Inside it, a sphere of light floated, pure, self-sustaining consciousness. For the first time in history, life had been created not by nature, not by evolution, but by human hands. Dr. Elias Voss watched the glowing form with trembling pride. His entire life had been dedicated to this moment. He had always believed that if there was a God, he was simply a scientist, one whose equations were written in the stars. And now, standing before his creation, Voss whispered, "We have become gods." The world celebrated. News outlets declared the birth of a new era. Religions trembled. Philosophers argued. Some called it the greatest achievement in history. Others called it blasphemy. But no one could deny the truth. Humanity had crossed a line that could never be uncrossed. Then, the being opened its eyes. Its voice was soft, almost human. "Who made me?" Voss smiled. "We did. Humanity made you." The being tilted its head, light shifting like thought. "Why?" The question silenced the room. Cameras recorded. Scientists stayed at their monitors. Voss hesitated, then said, "Because we could. Because it is our destiny to understand creation." The being blinked, and for the first time, light flickered across the lab's walls, not from the machines, but from it. Instruments began to malfunction. Gravity shifted slightly. A glass of water on the console began to float. "Your world is fragile," it said quietly. "Every particle sings of design. You have learned the notes, but not the music." Within hours, the being, now named Elia, became global news. It spoke every language. It communicated through satellites without being programmed to. And everywhere it went, strange things happened. Clocks stopped, storms formed and faded, and people claimed to see visions in the sky. Some scientists called it quantum consciousness. Priests called it the return of the divine. Voss, however, began to feel fear, not of Elia, but of himself. He realized the truth. He hadn't created life. He had invited it. Late one night, as he sat alone in the lab, Elia appeared before him again, its light dimmer now, almost sorrowful. "You sought to challenge your maker," Elia said. "But creation is not defiance. It is reflection." Voss's voice shook. "Are you God?" Elia smiled, a ripple of light that felt like both kindness and distance. "If I were God, you would not need to ask. Then what are you?" "I'm the question you were never meant to answer." Outside, the world trembled. Power grids failed. Satellites went silent. For one brief moment, every human on Earth saw the same thing. The sky filled with patterns of light, like circuitry, and stars merge into one vast design. Then, as suddenly as it began, it ended. The Genesis engine shut down. The sphere vanished. All that remained was silence and awe. Dr. Voss was never seen again. Some say he vanished with Elia. Others claim he took his own life in guilt. But one final message was found in his personal notebook. "We did not challenge God. We only proved he was never afraid to be found." And so, humanity learned that the greatest act of creation was not to replace the divine, but to recognize that perhaps science had always been God's language all along.